Welcome back, guys. We're continuing this self-imposed legendary difficulty where we don't build the DLS center, and we're collecting a lot of resources. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to need to open up another sector just to store all of this.
A probe has completed its scan.
Because this is a ridiculous amount of resources to have to store. We've got some resource area, storage area, but I'm really not sure if this is going to be enough. Yeah, I wanted to design the layout for these memorials, so let's do that. Right, yeah, if I do that, I'll be able to slot it in just there. So we've got a little bit of wasted space here, but don't think it's a big deal. So we can put a house here. Oops, wrong one. Okay, that is that sorted. I don't actually want this powered on, I just want it built so I get the industry tier 2. Everything else is looking fine. Could get rid of these to get some more food if we need to. We need to train more colonists. Everything here seems to be looking fine, so it's time to get the next solar panel upgrades. 202, that is a lot. And we need 4 electronics as well, so we're not going to be able to do that until we've got these electronics, so it's going to be a short while for this to, looks like it's three cycles per electronic. We need 2 electronics coming over here for the colonists, so yeah, it's going to be a bit of a while waiting for this electronics factory. Wonder if I can fit one. Oh, I can actually fit one in here. That would definitely speed up the process. So let's do that. Let's get rid of this.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Get ourselves another electronics factory.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention. A science ship team has completed a task. Administrator, We have collected and analyzed enough data to locate the Protagoras on the planetary system map via probe scan.
Okay, so we can find Protagoras now. Now, Protagoras has got a lot of cryopods in, so we could start to
A probe has completed its scan.
defrost the cryopods, but I think what I'm going to do, get this electronics up and running, open up the next sector once I've got enough electronics, and then use the next sector as like a cryopod area. Do a mass defrostation. Decryonization. Okay, so we're going to need silicon transported over here. So let's do that. Now to get it actually coming across here. Oh, it's working. But sometimes it stalls and won't come across, and to get it to come across, you need to turn it off in a different sector. It looks like I've already turned it off in a different sector, which is why it's working. But if this was at full, then they wouldn't have transferred over to here, because this would have been at a higher number than 100. So that's when you get this symbol coming up. So you need to turn a different sector lower than the sector that you actually want it to transfer over to. Okay, so once this is built, we're going to speed up the electronics production, which means we'll be able to build a solar panel, then eventually, and obviously train these up. So we need electronics for training these up, building a solar panel, and then opening this sector. So we need quite a lot of electronics.
A probe has completed its scan.
This area's fine. What I could do is get this set up already, so it starts emptying this out. I think I might turn the food up slightly in here, because we've got a little bit of excess going on. Okay, how's he doing? He needs to go to there, and he needs to go to there. Right, I'm not sure if I'm gonna collect every last resource in this sector, because I don't know whether I'm gonna be able to store it all. There's just so much to collect. So I'm gonna stop probing for the time being.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Right, we've got the next load of upgrades unlocked. So I think the first one to go for is probably the intelligent lab. Then after that, probably the steel mill upgrades. Is there anything else that we want? It's actually might be wise to get this space chef upgrade as soon as possible, because we're not using the DLS center. So I think after getting this tech lab, I'll forget about everything else because we've got loads and loads of resources in this sector. So getting a few more resources from doing these is not really worth it, I don't think. But feeding our men
An accident has occurred in the tycoon.
is almost definitely worth it. So we'll start working
A
towards
science
this
ship has arrived at its destination.
space chef upgrade, because it is possibly one of the best upgrades in the game. Okay, let's start setting up this colony. So we've got the food, we've got the alloy, and we've almost got the colonists. So let's do it from Sector 2. So we're going to need to move 60 colonists over to Sector 2. I'll do that in bulk once they're all trained. So we're currently training the 45, and then we need to do one more to get 60.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Well, let's turn everybody onto iron. So they all collect this closest stuff. Obviously he's in the process of delivering.
A science ship team has completed a task.
This is done, so we're on to the last group of colonists now.
Happy New Year, Administrator. A science ship team has completed a task. An accident has occurred in the tycoon.
I think I might tell this Kilimanjaro to start mining iron, because this silicon's quite far away, this iron is a lot closer. That's what we're going to want to actually collect next. All of this is mined, all of this carbon, so it's fine that he's going over here. Okay. We need to move this alloy out of here, so let's open up these and tell them to bring some across. He's not actually, there we go, he's unloading now. So I don't actually need any in here, do I? No, there's no purpose for keeping alloy in here. Right, why is he not unloading? He's got the space to unload. There we go. Okay, these don't all need to be on silicon anymore, so let's change that to alloy so we can unload a bit easier. Okay, apparently we've still got a load of polymers. Yeah, we've still got loads of polymers, so that's good. So we just need the 4 electronics. Looks like we've got 7, so let's send them polymers, not polymers, electronics over to the EVA sector so we can build that solar panel. So we've got the 60 colonists now. They need to be in sector 2 because that's the sector that's delivering the colonists to the event. We've got ourselves a new cargo ship. It's rather annoying that this symbol's up here because he hasn't got any prioritizations, so I think what I might do is take off one of the others, replace him with this guy, so that's Drakkar. So who do I want to replace? The next one that comes out. Oh, it looks like we've collected everything here, so who's this guy? Here's Gruber, so let's take out Gruber. Oh, we need to do it from here, sorry. Oops. So let's take out Gruber, put in Drakkar, so we can then assign these to him. That'll get rid of that annoying symbol. And then we need to move the Tycoon. So let's get moving to an area a bit closer to the resources. Right, everything is looking fine. We can now move these electronics back out of here to this sector, because we're going to carry on expanding over here.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Right, do we need all of this silicon in here now? I reckon probably not. Oh, we may as well. May as well keep it here for the time being. Yeah, we've still got this here. So let's just turn the silicon in this area back up to make sure he's got enough to carry on working. And then we are good to go opening this, I reckon. We're going to be low on workers though if we do that, so I might wait until I'm a little bit closer to the Protagoras before I do that, because we're going to need cryopods for the workers. So yeah, for the time being, while we are just collecting resources, I'm not going to do that quite yet.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Right, we need carbon collection. So let's set some of these. Who are you? Drakkar. Let's set Drakkar onto carbon collection.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon. A science ship team has completed a task.
Might set another one onto carbon collection actually. Okay, so we've got all the cryopods that we can collect now. Right, what are we doing? We are continuing to work towards Space Chef. Unfortunately, you need to invest into crop farm to be able to get Space Chef, which I never actually use because I just go straight to algae farm. But the Space Chef is worth. Right, so we've got too much alloy in here. Let's swap this over to alloy. We need to get it out and into here. So let's turn that up. Make sure this is off on alloy. Yep. This one can go on to alloy. Hopefully that'll free up the sector a little bit. I might just carry on doing it.
Warning. A sector
We're
is
being
being
overworked now.
overworked.
Is there anything I can turn off? Let's just turn off one of these farms, just for the time being. Just while we get some of this alloy moved. Okay, so we don't need this ship anymore, the Archimedes, so send him back to base and swap him out for one of these. Are these actually transporting this alloy? Or do I need to do that? There we go, it's got it moving again. That's fixed all of these. So annoying that bug is. Right, shall we start working towards the next solar panel? Why not free up a bit of space? How many electronics have we got? We've got loads, so yeah, let's get the next solar panel up and running. This is close to finishing this, and then we can move this silicon back over to here and delete this. Okay, let's turn this one off and this one off. Turn that back on. Are they moving this? No, they're not. Why? So goddamn annoying. Come on, start moving it across. It's just so silly how you have to keep messing around in this screen to get the transport working. Right, shall we start bringing some of these cryopods across? I think I might. So, somebody in Sector 2 can go on that duty. Let's turn these down. Oh, I don't actually need to turn them down. Okay, so somebody is going to be bringing cryopods across. I think I'm going to put these 2 cryosensors just here again. Get working on that before I open up this sector. So I'm going to need a cryopod. So this electronics, oh, I do need that open for this. So let's change this one. Let's put it in this one, it's closer to the direction that we're going to be going. I might build a temporary storage down here. I know it's only 1 storage, but it'll help. Okay, this has now finished its job.
An accident has occurred in the typhoon.
Get rid of that, replace it with some cryosensors. Yeah, they've got the electronics, so we can now move the electronics back over to Sector 3. Get ready for cryopod building. I think I might get the mess hall in here set up. I'm going to turn it off. I don't actually need it at the moment, but we can get it set up. Right, we've got the 2 mess halls in here, so that's fine. This will be a mess hall eventually, but I just wanted to help out with the distribution. Okay, so we need some more of these open. Cryopod sensors ready. Everything's looking fine. Okay, now these are full, I can turn these off. Turn these back on, get some more transferred over. Is this still emptying? I assume so. Yep, that's still emptying. Right, this is needing more iron storage. Right, let's tell this to stop emptying out. Let's do that. Because we're probably going to need to store a load of iron in here. Right, how are we getting on? We're still transporting. He's collecting some cryopods. Everything is looking fine.
An accident has occurred in the tycoon.
Right, we need to free up some storage in here. Not using electronics in here at the moment, so we can change that over. Okay, everything is looking good. Let's put this on alloy, turn that on. Get some more sent over. Industry sector's looking nice and clean, that's good. This is a bit clogged in here, so I think I might get some iron moved over. Let's turn this on, turn this on, and get some iron moved over to this sector. Yeah, we really need more carbon being collected, so let's go into here, get another person working on carbon. Might even get this one working on carbon. We've got plenty of iron at the moment. And then get him working on silicon first, then carbon. Okay. All this collection's working fine. He's almost finished his colonization. He's still collecting cryopods. Everything is looking good. Still needs to make one more trip. So, how are we doing for workers now?
Has occurred in the tycoon.
This needs another 30 workers preferably. This is just over what it needs. This still needs loads, so yeah, we still need loads of workers before we open up this sector, unfortunately. Right, we don't want this silicon in here anymore. Let's take that out.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay, so we've got our colonization settled now. We can just leave him here collecting resources. Well, not resources, science. Completely forgot to carry on doing this, so let's get this going. So we're not far off from getting that space chef. We'll get that once we finish the colonization, and that will help significantly with our food requirements. Space chef essentially doubles your food production, which is why it's so good. It's one of the first things that I get as soon as I get tier 3 upgrades. Having one food feeding twice as many people is just fantastic. This is obviously a really good one as well, the intelligent lab. It makes you get 5 science per 5 cycles instead of 3. So it's not quite double, but it's almost double. 66% more. Still need carbon being collected.
An accident has occurred in the tycoon.
Apparently we're getting carbon collected in Sector 1. Didn't really want carbon being collected in Sector 1. Start getting that shifted across. Okay, everything's looking fine. Probably going to need another iron once this one's full. Okay, so Sector 1 still needs about 20 workers. That's not going to help. So let's get 20 workers sent over from Sector 3. And then we just need another 40 workers before we can open up this sector safely.
Population transfer complete.
Okay, what is it that fits here? Is it a storage or is it a house? So we've got a storage that we can put here. Unfortunately we can't quite get two, but we can get one. So let's do that. And we can get a house here. A little bit of wasted space there, but not something that we're too bothered about. Everything's looking clean. We don't need any more solar panels, but I'm just checking to see how much they cost. So 225 and 5 electronics. Okay, we've almost got the Space Chef upgrade. So that'll be coming up very shortly. After the next meal cycle, I'm just going to move over to Valiant just to make collecting these a little bit quicker. It's only going to save us a tiny bit of time, but why not? 5 crew members died in an accident. Lovely. Okay, meal cycle's done. Let's get moving. Space Chef is on the way. We could actually do with a food storage bay, so let's do that. And then we can start moving all of the iron into here now. Okay, so we're going to need one of these turned on. Turn the iron down to minimum so it all goes into sector 2. We've got silicon and carbon. Everything is looking fine. We might need more storage for the polymers though. So let's open up another polymer. Probably should have put it closer to the actual polymer. But then again, I've got one over here, so no big deal. How are we doing for workers? Ah, we've got negative because we've got homelessness. Right, okay. We still need workers in this sector. So let's send 15 over there and 5 over here. So 15 to sector 2, 5 over to sector 1. We can move some of the non-workers as well. So we've got plenty of space in sector 2 for non-workers. So let's have a look, non-workers, let's send, so we've got, yeah, they'll be fine, sending a few non-workers over there. As long as you're not red on these symbols, as long as you're only orange, then you're fine. We've got all of the space built. So we're definitely going to need to open this up very soon, but we still need...
Population transfer complete.
We need 50 more workers before we can do this safely. So it's definitely going to be a short while collecting all this resources. Let's put everybody onto iron.
Population transfer complete.
Get everybody on iron so they're collecting this close stuff. And then I'll move back over to Falcon.
An important message from our colonization mission requires your attention.
So it doesn't actually tell you, but I got 100 research from doing that. But it doesn't tell you anywhere, it just shows up here. So at first it might seem that you're not getting much from colonization, but you actually get a huge whack that it doesn't tell you about. So as long as you don't mind spending the time,
A science ship team has completed a task.
it is actually worth doing these colonization events. Okay, so if we want, we can bring him back and get another cargo ship on the go. Right, so we need a silicon storage bay. Now you do need polymers for the Protagoras. the main quest. So you need 120 polymers for the main quest, which is why I'm not spending them. But to be fair, we've still got quite a lot to collect, so I think we should be fine actually spending one more on the solar sails, the solar panels. So yeah, let's do it. Free up a bit more space. So we just need the electronics. We've turned the electronics off, so gonna need to turn one of these back onto electronics again. This one will do. Turn that on electronics, turn it up, send these across. Now at some point we are going to need to build all of these memorials. I might just start building one at a time in each sector. So let's do that now. We can always dismantle them if we need the electronics. Okay, so let's move the electronics into this sector now. Build one in here. So we need the Marduk one in here.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
So electronics are definitely going to be one of our most valuable resources, not using the DLS center, because we can't just convert waste into electronics. So we can't just go throwing them around willy-nilly. So I think I'm not going to be going any higher than optimized quarters in this playthrough, and I might just stick to these small stockpiles as well. At least until the very end. Right, so it looks like we've got plenty of food, so let's put the food up. Oh, I didn't want 200. That'll do. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. So all the stockpiles are full in here now, apart from this one. Let's turn that onto alloy. Then let's open this, get them moved across into the industry sector. Yeah, everything's looking fine. Turn this back onto alloy. Right, so we've got 6, we need another 40. Yeah, we've unlocked Space Chef, that's why the food's gone nuts. Look, we've got 164. Oh, interesting, 164. That is not 2 times. So Space Chef isn't 200%. It should be. One food can feed 100% more crew. So it should be 200. Okay, that's strange. Maybe it is working, but it's just not showing properly up here. I don't know, but either way, it's fantastic. This one should be the 50% one, so that should be 164% from the Stellar Cuisine, and then it should have gone up to 212% or 220% from Space Chef. So I do find that rather strange that it has gone from 106 to 164, not doubled. But I don't really care, I'm not going to complain, it'll do. Right, so what's the next thing that we want to research? Well, we need these for the quest. So let's research the quest items first. Why are you going up there? I've told everyone to collect. Maybe. Oh, wait a second. I added a new person, didn't I? There we go. That's that sorted. So once we've collected this one, I'm gonna move across. Let's have a look, see how much I need. 126. So really, I can get rid of a load of these. I haven't actually got the storage to move the food into. So we can keep these in here, and these in here, I reckon. Let's just move these ones out of here, and then add some more storage in. So we're now down to 146. We need an alloy. Let's use this one temporarily.
Administrator, analysis of the Protagoras has been completed. Frozen, mostly depressurized and out of power, the Protagoras has suffered critical internal and external damage. Sectors 3 and 4 do remain sealed and pressurized. Signs of looting are present throughout the structure, with reports indicating that UN forces attacked, wiping out whatever resistance had been present. They have destroyed and gutted the infrastructure required to generate full jump coordinates. The devices containing the coordinates of Remus have been taken by the Etimanenki. We have received a message from the PA of the Protagoras, Valhalla.
Administrator, part of me remembers you. I am glad to see you and your crew are still alive. And to be carrying Ixion, what an achievement. My mind is going. I can feel it. The Protagoras, designed to be an ark for what remained of mankind, was attacked by the UN superstructure, the Etimanenki. Before my last electric breath, I have launched decrionization protocols. With only 2 sectors left, the surplus population will be transferred to the Tycoon. Please help the Protagoras. I have programmed a delayed data transfer that will send across the Etimanenki's self-similar signature once you have guaranteed the integrity of the structure. They plan to reach Remus. Follow their bold signature, and you will find our new home. What you will do once you reach your destination is only up to you. Farewell, Administrator. For the few who stand in the light, and many who dwell in the dark, you carry the fate of us all.
Administrator, new mission objectives have been set. To receive the Etimanenki signature, we will need to free the Protagoras from the ice, perform critical repairs, provide resources to support their crew, and via a connection to the Tycoon, reboot the core systems of the Protagoras.
Okay, we're well on the way to finishing this sector up now, or this system I should say. We've got our food back down to the correct amount, although I do think it's a little bit strange still that we didn't get 200%, we only got 50% extra. Technically it was 60% extra, but still very strange that it wasn't 100%. Right, so we need a science ship. So who are we going to swap? Cornucopia. I'm not going to bother, I'll just... Yeah, Cornucopia's in here, that's fine. Okay, so we've got a science ship back up and running. You can go over to the Protagoras. We need to move our ship back over, hop in over here, collect these resources, and then we'll move up to Deville.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
That'll be a task for the next episode. So, cheers for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon.